You're watching Revex Radical Rides.
So what we have in the shop tonight, nope, we're not working on the 47. Although that's fucking sexy as fuck. Tonight we're gonna take a look at my buddy Jesse's Skyline. It's a 93, it's a GTT, so two-wheel drive. It's got a cute looking carbon fiber hood. Not like my minivan, which is like fake. Not funny, Alex. Shut up, man. Alright, so this thing's halfway decent. It looks pretty cool. It's kind of fun to drive, right-hand drive. But he thinks the motor's blown. I don't. I think the turbo seal is fucked because there's lots of smoke coming out of there when you like punch it and let out. So, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Plus, we've got to roll the inside of the wheel wells and a little bit of other little work that we need to do. So, let's pop the hood and check this thing out. Alright, here under the hood of the Skyline, it's a 2.5. It's got a fancy rad in it. There's not too much done for mods from what I can see. It's got the blow-off valve, the cold air intake. That's it. These fancy blue hoses. I don't know. I don't think there's anything too much fancy done to this. It's just basically stock, which is cool. So, first order of business, we're going to take apart the coil packs one at a time. Do a compression check, see if anything is going on that is abnormal throughout the firing order, and if not, if everything's cool, we'll check down there too, see if it's super oily. If you can't really tell, then I'm going to take off. Probably end up taking off all the piping for the turbos and stuff and see if there's any oil in there. If there's oil in there, then that'll tell me that the turbo seal's fucked and save from changing a motor. Well, we just finished doing a compression test on this thing. Let's go through the data here. Okay, cylinder number 1, 135 psi, oily plugs. I have already determined that yes, the turbo seal has gone bad because the blow-off valve, hang on. Alright, even with light it's hard to see, but you can tell between there and there. There you go, you can see the shadow line right, I've got right here there, where there's oil and no oil. And that's coming off the blow-off valve, so definitely something fishy going on inside that turbinator. But yeah, back to the stats. Okay, cylinder 1, 135 psi, oily plugs. Cylinder number 2, the tip was melted. 3, 120 psi, that's a little fucked up, but it was a little bit lean. But I can't judge that really good. 120. Number 5, 140. And it was the nicest plug. It's decent. Number 6, dead. Very much dead. Do we still have the plug out? There. I filed it a bit thinking, you know, whatever, but it's so built up that it's been dead for a while. Alright, this is a video about pulling the motor out of this Skyline. That's what's going on today on Revex Radical Rides. Alright, my lighting's all off, but this thing's actually super clean. It's very wanting me to. Now with the light on, it's a little better. Yeah, this thing's all undercoated, super clean. Super clean. Everything's really, really nice. It's got some nice suspension parts. As you can see, some pretty nice wheels. Although I'm not a fan of the 4-spoke. I think it's like a 6-spoke or 5-spoke would have been really nice. But I like the gold color. So the plan for this thing is to pull this motor out. And she looks like she comes down from the bottom. Because as you can tell, the frame rails are nice and straight. And I mean, if you look at anything up top, it's just like made, like that turbo is perfect to fit in down here. And same with up here. There's nothing that passes the frame rails. So we got to pull most of the suspension out. These bars out. So it should be interesting because I've never done one of these before. So I'm not decided if I'm going to take motor and training together or just the motor. So I'm going to have to peek around and make a guesstimate. So far I've got the exhaust off. Back of the turbo, shit leaks pretty good. All stainless steel. Really nice. Very, very cool car. I like it. I would drive the panties off this thing. But yeah, gotta figure out how to get her out of here. Well, as fast as that was, Eve showed up. We took a bunch of shit off. We didn't videotape fuck all. We got a bunch of chicks in the shop. Yo, what up? Say hi to YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
Hey. So you're off again? Yeah. Let's go fire up that Harley.
Yep.
Okay. Make some noise.
What?
Make some noise.
Me?
Yeah, yeah. See you later. Can't have a motor swap without grilling on the barbecue. Now Abby's gone to get some steaks, and we're gonna throw the Hitchy Cube back on the truck. We're just gonna grill up some fucking steaks. It's gonna be awesome. I'm so hungry. Well, I just went out to camp with the bike. Put a little mileage on it. Figured I'd stop by the Big Nickel. Take a couple pictures. Yeah, this thing goes good, except it's scary at 120. Here you go, Eve.
Pretty fucking nice.
Hey?
Pretty fucking nice. Out.
That's not too bad.
No, lots of room in there.
What I just thought of is now we could actually swap a bunch of parts over to the other block.
Yeah.
Alright, so we ran into a dilemma. Trying to get the clutch back in there, and we're like, fuck, we don't have a clutch alignment tool. We hit up the forums around here, and nobody had fuck all, so what did we do? Well, we went to the good old fucking Reva's Radical Rides machine shop, and we made our own. Only took like, I don't know, an hour. But now we can align the fucking clutch and be done with this fucking motor job. Fuck yeah, I love when shit goes good. Yeah, there's little fucking alignment pins there. Yeah, one more over.
No, because now we're not lined up with anything else.
This one here? Who'd have to be that one?
Yeah, that's the one. No, it's not the one.
Oh, fucking find one.
I'm looking for it.
I don't know what happened. Oh, right there.
Which line's that one? Yep.
Sweet! Alright, with the clutch on, motor is ready to put back in. So we're going to push the car back out, get the loader in here to pick up the crappy engine. And then it's time to finish. Alright, the new motor is ready to come back in. We adjusted the transmission to about the height and we figured we can get it back in there. So that should be fun. Let's see what happens. Alright, we're pretty much right in there, but we're having a hard time fucking getting everything to slip and slide together. Abby showed up with coffee.
And food.
And food. We need food and coffee. Alright, that's it. She's splined in. Now we gotta tighten some bolts. Alright, now we're in there. Pretty much gotta close that gap. Then we can get rid of this piece of wood. And then we'll be good to go.
You're watching Reverse Radical Rides. Don't forget to rate and subscribe.